adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
Pew! Pew, 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 pew! Pew, pew, pew! Pew, 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 pew! Pew, pew, pew! Welcome into episode 374. It is B-Movies and Beyond. We're back again. Missed a week, but that's okay. Ryan, we're back.
We back.
How you
Jamming.
doing?
Good. Oh, my mic is doing the yellow thing. I don't know what the yellow thing means, but I don't like it. My OCD kicks it. I'm doing.
Does it mean it's
awesome.
not working?
I don't know. It's working just fine. It just means yellow. Green
Weird.
means go. Yellow means press
Slow
the button
down.
to make it back green.
Oh, okay. It's green now? All right, we're good to go.
It's green now. See? It's green.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for showing me that. Let's go, Ryan. Let's go. We got lots to talk about.
Yeah, we
have
gotta
done-
catch up. We got. Apparently
Fan
today was
Expo.
oh my god, yeah, that's what we got to talk about. I forgot we didn't even talk about that.
I know. We got a whole bunch of new trailers.
Yeah, the good ones came out this week.
A good one came out today, which was, what's today? July 17th. One I've been waiting for a really long time. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Would you
I'm
say
just gonna
35
say-
years?
35 years. Yeah, I've been waiting. No, longer. 39 years, I would say.
Did that movie come out? Yeah, it did come out 35 years. We'll talk about that later in the episode, Peter. We do have, and I did finally add some other news because, dude, if we were going to record last week, our news was going to be super lackluster. And honestly, now I get to delete one of them. Yep. Okay. Anyway, Peter. Let's talk about the...
And we got to say one more thing. Towards the end, we both saw Superman.
Yeah, we both went to a movie theater.
I know. Crazy.
Separately. But we went.
Yeah. I did invite you, but you already saw it.
What'd I say? I already synced it.
Yeah, and then you gave spoilers.
Did I? Did I really?
False spoilers.
That's my favorite thing to do, is to get people riled up.
I
over
was...
nothing.
So I got no one to come see Superman with me. I was going to reply saying, well, I guess no one wants to go see it again, so I guess it's not that good, but it's pretty damn good.
You went by yourself?
Spoiler. Hell yeah. I don't care.
Oh, I love you for that, Peter. Had I known you were going to go by yourself, I would have went. When would you invite me? Like a Sunday or a Monday?
It's Monday. Monday night.
Did I do something Monday night? Monday night.
Well, I know what you didn't do. You didn't go with me to see Superman again.
Dude, if you're down to go see movies by yourself, Alamo Pass is back. We can make it happen.
That's so far away. Yeah, I was.
It's by the wrestling practice.
So I asked Danielle.
Uh-huh.
I was like, is it all right if I go see this? She's like, yeah. And then so I sent out the text like, hey, who wants to go see it on Monday night? Because I was like, I had no other time that I'd be able to go see this movie. And everyone just gave me bullshit answers or didn't respond. And so I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to go. And then Daniel's like, you can go. I'm like, oh, I can? And then I just found the next available show, and I just took off, just left.
Next time that happens, hold that in your request. I'm going to go see this movie potentially by myself. See, that in my mind would spark, well, I ain't going to let a homie go see a movie by himself, and I would go see it with you.
Yeah, okay. But I did it all the way in Longmont, so...
Oh, my God.
I kind of worked out. I had a gift card and everything, so it was fine. I don't mind going to the movies. Dude, before this, when they had what was the card they used to have?
The Movie Pass?
Was it called Movie Pass? It was something red, I thought.
No, I think
Red.
it was called... AMC's,
Pass?
AMC's
No. This is to any movie theater. Do you remember this card?
It was Movie Pass.
No, it's not Movie Pass.
Yeah, because it failed terribly, and then somehow they brought it back.
No, but it wasn't. It was like all different. Maybe it was Movie Pass. Did Movie Pass do all theaters?
Yes.
Like it was a credit card.
Yes.
Oh, it was Movie Pass. You're right. Wait, so AMC has Movie Pass now?
They have their own.
Yeah, they have stuff, but does Movie Pass doesn't really exist anymore, right?
Movie Pass is back.
Oh shit! And it works just like it did before.
Kind of. Let me see. I think they changed it a couple times, and I think they're changing it all over again too.
So I had it when you could do any movie theater, and I think you can watch any movie once a week or something like that. And it was pretty sweet. I did that a lot. And so I saw
Go ahead, sorry.
I saw a lot of movies by myself at that point.
So you can again because Movie Pass is back and it's a credit system. So every month you accumulate credits, and certain movies take away more credits versus less credits, and certain days take away more credits and less credits, and then they have blackout dates, and then they have all kinds of other stuff. But yes, your credits roll over, so you can build them up and just like knock out a bunch of movies. So this would have made a bunch of sense if I had it in January and I didn't go see a freaking movie until like July, and I would have had a shit ton of credits to go see a bunch of free movies.
That's cool.
Which I should have did because it's like $10 a month.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
No.
I might have to look into this again, especially if it just accumulates. But anyways, my best experience though, like going by myself, I went and saw The Nice Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Totally by myself. No one showed up for this film. I was the only person. It was like, it was kind of strange. And I think at one point I kind of stood up and just kind of like walked around. I'm like, wow, like this is kind of like surreal, like that I'm here by myself. It was like a personal screening for me. It was kind of cool. But yeah, that was probably like the coolest and also weirdest lone movie experience I've ever had.
I have had a lone movie experience, and it was very much the same. Evan used to get me in. He used to get all of us in movies. And he's like, "Hey, come to the movie theater." I was like, "Okay," I just like whatever. And then he's like, "Just go to theater 17." I was like, "Okay." And I looked up, and it said like Dora the Explorer or something. I don't know. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I sat down in there, and then he sat down. He's like, "Hey, buddy." And I said, "Hey, buddy." And he goes, "Hey, I'll be right back." And then the movie started, and it was only me in that theater. And it was, I think I watched X-Men 3, Days of Future, or the Last Stand or something.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was like, is Evan coming back? But then I watched the whole movie by myself. I was like, oh, all right. Well, I guess I got a screening of X-Men before everybody else. Thanks, Ev.
Was this one of the pre-screenings to like make sure it worked properly?
Yeah, totally.
And Evan's supposed to be there making sure there's nothing wrong with the film. And you're just doing it.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, at least I gotta walk away and watch X-Men before everybody. Too bad that one sucked.
Yeah, Last Stand did suck, but I don't know. What can you do? We did Fan Expo.
Yeah, I still can't not call it Comic-Con, but I know it's not Comic-Con.
I always call it Comic-Con as well, but, copyright infringement. So it's Fan Expo Denver.
And I'll tell you, every year I go to it, you partake in, like, the Fan Expo activities. I went one day, but that one day was enough for me to look at it and be like, this is no longer Comic-Con. This is like a Fan Expo. And they're doing... Well, I'll let you talk about it, Peter. I went one day. You experienced... You basically took it all in.
I don't know if I would put it that way. It's changed a lot for us. But I feel like it's been the same. So when it first came to Denver, it was called Comic-Con, and they got in trouble for that. And it's always been just about pop culture stuff. So Fan Expo like makes a lot of like sense to me. It's all about fandom. Anyways, first few years, oh man, buying all kinds of crap, just nonstop. And we weren't doing cosplay at that point. And now it's all about cosplay. Actually, probably I took like 1 year where all I did was like nothing but panels. You know, all the people that were there, they do Q&As and whatnot. It's like it's like a live podcast. And so I did that. And now we do like cosplay all the time. So when you say I'm taking it all in, like, no, not really. I'm walking the floor with all the vendors in a costume and getting pictures taken with people. And like that is like my experience now. It's been that way for like the past couple of years, which is not bad. It actually is pretty fun, and like you feel pretty cool. Like all these people, like, oh man, this is a sweet costume. Let me get a picture. You know, it's pretty cool. I pretty much missed every single panel. There's so many people now that you have to like wait in line for like over an hour to get into these panels. Okay. So didn't do any of that. I did do an extra event. So you guys might have heard this. Like Bruce Campbell does this like live last fan standing, and it's like I don't know, like a trivia game where 3 contestants come up, and it's actually really cool. But you had to like pay extra for it, and it's like Saturday night. That's the only event that I did personally that was not just in costume walking around taking pictures. And what you do, you get in there and you get on your phones, you start answering all these trivia questions, and the top performers, they actually go on stage with them. So sadly I did not win. None of our group won. Apparently Evan was doing really, really well, but then he's like, I don't want to go up there, so he started slowing down, so he didn't win. Aaron got like, I know.
Evan didn't want to meet Bruce Campbell?
He didn't want to go up on the stage and like participate in the trivia.
With Bruce Campbell?
I know, isn't that crazy? So
what the fuck?
Yeah, none of us made it up there. If it was like a group thing, we would have crushed it. I think all of us knew all the answers at some point.
I can't believe Evan missed an opportunity to be next to like his hero.
Yeah, basically in for free, and you just get to do some trivia with him. Like, that's pretty sweet. It was pretty cool though. I think I came in like 88th. Aaron was like 53rd. And Evan went way too slow, so he came in like over 100. Anyways, fun time. I wish they got their sound fixed though, because I couldn't hear shit. It really makes trivia hard when you can't understand the questions.
I hate trivia at bars where you can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's terrible. But that was really the only event I did, and so it was really 4 days of cosplay and walking around and drinking booze, and that's it. But it's still a good time. It's great, man. You're with our people, you know?
Yeah, see, I went the first year, and I went like 3 days, and I just went, like, and I had a blast, but like the third day, I was like, I'm bored. Aaron lined it out perfect when I was sitting there. He goes, the first day, I walk the floor, and I go enjoy everything. The next day, I start doing my cosplays, and then I do the group one, and then like I strategically pick out like the things I want to go see and whatnot. So he game plans it. And had I known there was an app, which I should have did more research, but I half-assed this one, and mostly because Fan Expo has been at least Churro? What the hell are you making over there? He's grunting. He's like, brrr. Anyway, if I have to get up, he might have to shit. But anyway, where was I? Oh, I didn't know there was an app. Everybody's like, "Oh, did you check the app?" I was like, "No, I bought my tickets like fucking Friday morning," and that's my fault. But it's because for me, like where I'm currently at in my life, like I have Brittany and Jade, and That was 4th of July weekend, so Brittany wanted to do 4th of July stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of threw a wrench in the spokes. But now, 2026, there's no excuse. It is in March, and I can dial in at least 2-3 days of Comic-Con. So,
It's in May. It's in May, not March.
are you sure?
Yeah. I was like, March, man, that's like, it's right around the corner.
Well, so is May.
That's true. I know. It's not far off, but
Wait,
I
how
believe
far
it
back?
is May.
Oh, Nikki put it in the Comic-Con, which is not called Comic-Con. It's called Fuck Sergio and Ben's Android chat.
Yes.
Oh, it is May. Oh, nice.
Yeah, 28th to the 31st.
Perfect. May is a perfect time. It's right after April, which is closer to your birthday. And I felt a little remorse because I know, like, Fan Expo's, like, Nikki's kind of, like, way to celebrate her birthday. However, this year didn't kind of pan out in that way because, like, when you guys went to the Bruce Campbell thing, Brittany was like, hey, they're going to go out and party afterwards. She got all dressed up, and she's like, all right, let's go. And we were waiting around. I was like, babe, I don't think they're coming out. I think they're
Oh,
tired.
shit. Dude. Yeah, we did the Bruce Campbell thing. And that is the thing with the event, man. You are exhausted. And so what did we do? I had to take Nate home. I don't know. Nikki had to take Aaron home. It was such a mess. Like, I didn't have any clothes. We're all in our Mando suits. Like, I don't think anyone had any spare clothing. So like, we were not prepared to go out anywhere.
However, we have gone out to bars after Comic-Con in costume.
We have, but we were
Yeah.
much younger at that point. Like, dude, we used to, like, I remember we always went, like, out to, like, a restaurant or something, like, probably during it, you know, afterwards, but you can definitely tell, like, we're older and, like we are exhausted. So, like, those 4 days, man, are just, it's like a whirlwind. Like, it's nonstop doing that, and you really are. You go to the event, you go home, go to bed, get up, get your costume ready, go to the event, get tired again, go home, go to bed, well, clean off all your makeup and all your costume shit, and then do it all over again every single day. Like, that's all it is, and, like, anything else, I don't know. It's hard. I got sick too. I got sick Saturday night, so I don't know. I think it was a lack of food and drinking too much. So that will do it. But it was a good time. So much fun. Can't wait for May. Hopefully I can make it to some panels. I'm really bad. Like, this is my thing. I had the app. I scheduled myself, and I missed every single one because, like, seriously, dude, you have to get there like an hour ahead of time to go sit there and do nothing.
And that's the thing about cons like that is, like, if you really want to see that, you miss a certain amount of time before, so you're missing all the other festivities.
Exactly.
Waiting for something, you know, like, I was in front of the line of John Cena. I was sitting there, and I think everybody's like, you gonna go get an autograph? I was like, no. Like, look at this line and look at these people with their belts. These people are going to be spending $500-600 a pop. If I want to spend $200, John Cena's going to sign something and be like, hey, thanks. All right. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend that money.
And that is your day. Like, you have to be really dedicated. You're spending multiple hours just standing in line to go and meet John, like, that person. Like, I think Nikki did a couple people, like Aaron did, and, like, yeah, you don't see him for multiple hours, and you're like, wow,
yeah, we waited for Nikki and Nate to see some sort of elf in that from a Harry Potter movie or something.
Yeah. I personally don't do that. I don't want to force people to say hi to me. That's personally how I feel about it. In the beginning though, oh dude, I remember we hung out with was it Chandler Riggs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well yeah. He did the short movie like, Spider-Man, but Walking Dead, dude. Before Walking Dead was like even huge. Like I didn't even know who this kid was.
He was a
And
kid at that time.
Yeah, and we're just like, oh man, this guy has no one there. Like, let's just go talk to him. And so we would hang out with like, there's a few people. The only time, man, I don't know if you're here, but I wish you were here because Randy Quaid was there last year,
Yeah,
and we
I
walked
remember.
over there, and no one is talking to this guy. No one's in his line. He's just sitting there with his computer out doing jack shit, and I felt really bad, and I don't remember why. I was like, because I thought, like, should I just go talk to this guy? Like, maybe I'll do the podcast, you know? I wish we did that, but
Randy Quaid would have been a weird. Okay.
Churro was upset with you.
He is pissed. We're talking about Comic-Con, fool. I'll open the door in a minute. Jeez. What a grump.
Oh man.
What a grump. My dog. Randy Quaid. He's gotten into some hot fire, so that would have been interesting to hear his side of it. But I think it would have been some sort of like weird shit. I don't know.
Maybe. It was really sad too because they did a screening of Independence Day and he introduced it and then and he's like, come on by and say hi to me, and like he was like so happy, and then like right after that he's just sitting at his area with no one coming up to him.
Poor guy.
I know.
You could have put Dennis Quaid in there. Be like, hey, where's Dennis? He'd be like, well, I'm Randy.
Yeah, I know.
Dude,
But
Christmas Vacation.
I did. Randy Quaid's been in some good shit, and
Yeah.
my concern again is that I'm gonna walk up there and he's gonna be like, "Where's my money?" I'm not gonna say
85
shit until you get. Yeah,
$85, please, or just pay her. It's not even please anymore.
I know. I think he'll just be like, point to the sign and like wait till like he's like a vending machine toy. What are those things that you ride? Those automation like robot things. You put the quarter in, they go. That's how I take it. Like you gotta pay him
An
before.
animatronic?
Yeah, he's like an animatronic that you gotta pay to interact with. So I just not into that. Not into it. But did you need to let your dog out?
Yeah, we'll wrap up this segment over here. Last thing
That
I
was
wanna say
me
is,
rap. Oh.
I did the Mando. Me, Brittany, and Jay did the Mando costume, and that was one of Brittany's first like Comic Cons, like actually getting ready to dress up. And I think the anticipation, and I kind of felt this too, was like to get your costume ready to go and dress up and be there. Like I had to sit back and be like, hey, there's no judgment here, and go with it. And that's the number one beautiful thing about Comic Con is there is no judgment. You can show up as however you like, and nobody's going to say anything but positivity. And one of the most beautiful moments was we were done and Brittany was standing there in her Cara Dune April costume. Like that's a pretty niche thing right there. Like who would ever put those together? And that was my idea based off our idea. And some lady came up, she goes, I love your costume. Can you take a photo with me? And dude, that made Brittany's day. Watching Jade run around with our helmets and your shield and Yoda ears and having fun with all these people having fun with her. Dude, that made Fan Expo everything. And next May is going to be fantastic. And now it's not over 4th of July weekend. So it can be that weekend, which I'm really happy about.
Exactly. Like there's no other events going on, and now you get a barbecue on 4th of July. We don't have to worry about that. You don't have to do all the holiday stuff.
Next 4th of July, we should barbecue as cosplay. Do you need to let your cat out?
No, the cat's fine.
All right, let's transition.
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
Movies and beyond.
Trailers.
Hey, I want to start with this one. This one's going to be a little off subject, but I don't want to go way too much into it, okay?
Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, August 16th through the 19th, 30th anniversary re-release. And look what I got. No, you can't see it. Look at this.
Oh, I saw it for a little bit, but I don't see it anymore.
Oh, the box is green. It's a green
screen.
Can you see it here? Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh,
Look, I got
the original
turtle.
Turtles.
Yeah, and they
Movie
came with
action figure Turtles.
and they came with a
Who's
ghost
in the middle?
splinter. Ghost splinter.
Oh, Ghost. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I almost have my giant VHS box collection complete. I just need this San Diego Comic-Con one.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why
That's-
I'm buying these.
I know, dude. Oh, excuse me. I'm kind of sad because I will be out of town for the 35th, and I will not be able to see it on the big screen.
The 35th, that's not a day. Oh, you mean...
No, the 16th. What did I say? The 35th anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
gotcha.
meant. Yeah. But the 16th through the 19th, I will be in Europe somewhere, and I'm pretty sure they don't have movie theaters.
Yeah, you know, I never thought about it. Maybe they don't.
I've never seen one.
I can confirm Japan has a movie theater.
Oh, yeah, you did one there, huh?
Yeah, I saw The Force Awakens in Japan.
Yeah, but I'm not going to Japan, so...
16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th.
Yeah, all those days gone.
I'll watch it every single day for you while you're
Oh,
in Europe.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm kind of jealous because I don't think... That came out when I was very young, and I don't know if I actually saw it in the movie theaters, so... Like, that would have been pretty cool to see it on the big screen, but what can you do?
I can confirm that I did see it.
There you go.
I remember what movie theater I saw it and everything, and yeah,
As a kid?
yeah, 100%.
The original one.
The original. Yep.
Holy crap.
This is the toy box that I bought. Look at that. See? Ah.
That is sweet. Dude, I'm so sad. I love those figures, and I was a dumb little kid, and I was playing with them in the mud, and I buried them, and I'm like, I'll remember where they're at. Guess what? I did not remember where I buried them, and I never found them again.
You know what's crazy is like I have a memory of when I was a kid and I had like a collection of toys. It was kindergarten, and I had my Fruity Pebbles glow-in-the-dark dinosaur toys from my cereal.
Uh-huh.
I brought them to Dinosaur Day, and someone stole them.
Ooh.
I
Maybe
have an idea who did it. His name rhymes with Jeremy, but I don't think he's ever going to fucking admit it.
He does love dinosaurs.
Still to this day.
Yeah. Yeah. What if he does one of his dinosaur box
Unboxings.
opening? Yeah, and they pop out.
I would go. Could you imagine? Oh no, those are old dinosaurs I took from someone in elementary school.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Oh man. All right, let's move on with these other trailers. We got a whole bunch. Which some of these, I mean, okay. Twisted Metal Season 2. It's coming. It looks a lot like the video game. You got Axel, and I don't know if there's really much more we need to say, but it's coming out July 31st on Peacock, and I can't wait.
Another thing for me to watch on Peacock besides wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else? I didn't watch the Tron Ares. That's like trailer number 2. I really...
Do you want to know what it's about?
I mean, it's about Tron, and they come to the real world. That's all I really know.
Yeah, they find a way to make an AI a real person, and that's Jared Leto.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks cool. Like, it really does look pretty sweet. So I'll see it. But here's the thing that I've learned is that really after like the teaser and even I'm even going maybe as far as like the trailer number 1. I definitely don't need to see trailer number 2. Trailer number 2 just shows way too much shit.
Fantastic Four is basically giving away the movie.
Oh, I'm
so over it.
have so many thoughts on that. But okay, here's the thing. And I was kind of curious about this. Is like July's a big month, right? We started July off with Jurassic World Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
Made money. And now we got Superman, and that's making tons of money. And
F1
then like
is still making money, dude. I tried to see F1 yesterday. Theater sold out. It's been sold out for like 3 days.
So July is just a really good month. And now we're gonna get Fantastic Four at the end of July, and like it is nonstop Fantastic Four every fucking place. And like in my opinion, I just feel like it's overkill where I'm like, man, I think this movie's gonna suck because they're really promoting the shit out of it. Compared to like I don't know why I didn't feel that way with like Superman. For some reason with Superman I was like, no, this seems normal. But maybe because I wasn't as stoked for it. Sorry.
Superman doesn't have the same expectations Fantastic Four does. Superman is going to be...
I disagree.
Really? I think Superman has different because nobody's been watching DC. So like, hey, here's Superman.
That's why. That's why it's so big, is because this is the first one of like the real, like I would say, launch of the DCU under James Gunn and Peter Safran or whatever.
Fantastic Four is like a do or die situation right now. I guess they both are, but Fantastic Four is a do or die in the worst way. Superman was a do or die in a positive way. And we'll talk about it in our review, but overall, like, Fantastic Four, like, dude, if it's not good, like, this could spell trouble for fucking Disney and Marvel.
Dude, how much money they put in this marketing, dude, like, if like, that's gotta balloon that budget, like, up so much that it's gonna be really hard for them to make their money back, unless this movie's just amazing. And I don't know, right now, like, when I look at the trailers, like, when I watched the trailers for Superman, I was like, yeah, that looks really fun. And then when I watched the trailer for Fantastic Four, I'm like, this does not look fun.
It looks like you're giving away too much information.
I don't even know if it's that. I just, like, I don't know if I care that much.
That's funny, because Superman was the other way for me, but God, we have a review on Superman. We keep on talking about it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But so it's back to the Tron thing where I'm like, I don't need to see it. I don't need to see more trailers. I got the plot of it. I'm good. So that was my point with it.
Running Man looks like a nice reboot, and Glenn Powell is a perfect fit for it.
Dude, I think it looks amazing, and Edgar Wright is the director, and I think he's doing a phenomenal job. I'm really excited for this movie.
Great franchise for Edgar Wright to take over. Like, instead of him doing Ant-Man, like, expectations would have been completely different for Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
But the Running Man, expectations are different. And, dude, I have this news. I'll just spill it right now. There's going to be a Dredd reboot, and it's going to be Taika Waititi as a director.
Oh.
So talk about, like, nice pairing of a director and a reboot of a franchise.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious about his take on it, because he's a very comedic and almost, I would say, wordy. Like, he's very wordy with his movies and his writing.
Dredd doesn't talk.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Take
like,
his mask off. Sorry,
dude, he could go so many different ways with it. I mean, do you make it more like a Sylvester Stallone one? Do you try to go back to Dredd? You know, like there's a few different ways you can go about it. And I think he could absolutely write a character that really doesn't talk much, and you have all the supporting cast do all the talking. And I don't know. I think I love Taika. I think that's kind of an interesting pairing, but not like a bad way. I just think the guy's really talented. He can pull it off. So,
yeah. Here's a big one. We've been asking for it for a long time. We're hearing that screenings are Avengers Endgame-esque response. Curious to see how some of these actors are portrayed. Ed Boon and the team at Warner Brothers, before they split up and did a bunch of stuff between Warner Brothers and Discovery, now they just unloaded Mortal Kombat 2 on us. Mortal Kombat 2, we got a Johnny Cage parody trailer. We got
that was awesome.
Yeah, we got like first look of major characters, and then a freaking trailer just dropped. It was like, here you go. Here's all the Mortal Kombat you need. What are your thoughts, Peter, on this Mortal Kombat.
I'll tell you, the first thing I noticed, Ryan, was that there's no purple skies.
Yet.
Yeah, it could change. It could change. The second thing is that I didn't realize, and this could be just the trailer, but it really seemed focused on Johnny Cage. Like, he's kind of like the new main where, he's trying to get his special ability.
I like that. You did see Cole battle Shao Kahn in there, which it's in the trailer. We can talk about it.
Yeah, I looked at the cast list because, like, there's so much going on. I need to rewatch the trailer, to be honest. That I was like, wait, where's the new, where's our old guys? Where's the people from the first one? Like, yeah, Sonya's there and Jax pops up, but it really seemed like it was like those two and Johnny Cage. There's like a lot of them. And so I went and compared the cast, and everyone's returning.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting how they're going to do this narrative, and is it going to be like similar to what they did with the second one with Annihilation, or no, maybe that was the first one, but like, just kind of have these characters and they just kind of randomly like, oh, here's their battle, right? They just kind of be off on their own and then have a battle. Like, are they going to do it like that again, or there's going to be more of a story with this one? So I'm kind of curious.
Well, the trailer plays off where Johnny Cage is kind of introduced into. Okay, first let me say this. I like that they're incorporating, I won't say comic accurate costumes, but they're accurate to the video game. Like, Raiden came out in his Mortal Kombat 2 suit. Scorpion looks like Scorpion.
Yeah.
Noob Saibot looks like Noob Saibot. Baraka looks like Baraka.
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence on Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, but I watched it again right before we recorded and it made sense. Johnny Cage is older.
Yes.
He was a star in the 80s and 90s, and this is taking place in now. So we're getting an older Johnny Cage. We're not getting young Johnny Cage, which is kind of conflicting to what is going on in video game lore, Mortal Kombat, because everybody went younger. But this movie is showing an aged Johnny Cage, not like in the middle of it.
Yeah, and I like that a lot because of the fact that they're going to be silly with it, right? Yep. Them releasing that, like, this fake trailer for one of his movies, Johnny Cage's movies, was fucking hilarious. It was fantastic. And I almost was like, I was kind of disappointed, but at the same time I was like, man, if they just stopped here, I'm kind of on board, because what it shows me is that they understand this property and they can have fun with it. And that's what I'm excited about. And that's what I got from the trailer too. Like, the trailer, like, oh, like you just explained, like, he's an older Johnny Cage. Like, he's kind of like down on his luck, right? He's not the hot shit anymore. Yet he's getting taken into this tournament, and it seems like it's really going to follow his story on this, which I think is cool. Because, like, dude, if they just took like some guy that was just, a hot shit movie star, like, I don't know if it would be as cool as as a guy that's kind of down on his luck, but he's still though pretty what's the right word, but self-involved, he's like what's your power? Like, just good looks.
Yeah.
Like those types of things. Like, that's what I liked. I think that's also what was so fun about the first one, right? Is that they had some really cool action, and I don't think they took themselves that seriously, even though, like, it looked amazing. So I can't wait.
Yeah. This movie comes out in what, a month?
October 25th, I believe.
Oh, we're gonna get like 4 more trailers. Shit.
Oh yeah, there's probably gonna be more. That's what I'm saying. Like, this was enough. Like, you got my little teaser, and then you got the first trailer. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm in. I don't need to see more.
Yeah, you had me. I'm gonna watch this movie, so don't ruin anything more for me. You gave me enough little clips to watch the new Rockstars trailer breakdown with all the Easter eggs, and then that's gonna be it. But we blast through some news. What do you say?
Do it.
Peter Terrifier is coming to Universal Studios Horror Nights this year, and it's supposed to be one of the most gruesome areas of that.
Very
Is
gory. That's what I hear.
art too mainstream already?
I don't. Here's the thing. I would say, okay, Art the Clown, I think is very close to becoming very mainstream. Actually, maybe he is. The movies themselves, no.
Not
And
yet.
I think that's the important part, right? Like they're not losing themselves. Like they're staying true to what they have created. And as long as that's the issue, as long as that's the case, I think we're good to go, right? They don't lose themselves. Like you can be mainstream and still put out what you want to. They're not affected by it. So I think he is fine, and I think it's very cool that he's getting like a haunted house, and I'm pretty jealous. I'm probably not going to be able to go see that. So
Comes out August 9th through August 20th.
I think it's longer than that. I think it's.
Nope.
Where are you
just
getting
August
your
9th.
dates, man?
Nope.
Why I'm out? Why I'm gone?
Exactly the time
Yeah,
you're out.
you-
So I gotta
you
watch.
also-
I gotta watch Fix. I gotta go to see Terrifier.
So are you to go to Florida or California to go to that?
Maybe we have a trip planned in September. August, I'm gonna be in New York on the 9th. Hey, when you fly out, I'm gonna fly to New York.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
We have
Johnny
a
Walker's having a
layover. Oh, nice. We have a layover in New Jersey, so we'd be kind of close.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Supergirl got a movie poster. Shows how James Gunn is building on Superman's best moments. Talk about that in the review. But good for them for capitalizing on introducing a new character very quickly with Supergirl, because Supergirl, I think, is going to be a completely different movie.
Yes, and we can get into that later. And I'm just gonna put it out now. We're probably gonna spoil Superman. So
Done. Love it.
We'll do that again. And what's this, right?
Apparently, the Legend of Zelda movie has two casting. They've cast Link and they've cast Zelda. Spoiler alert, it's not the transgender girl in the Hunter games that looks exactly like Zelda. It is two young kids, British actress Bo Bragason and British Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. Do I know these two kids? Oh, I guess one was in Pinocchio. Okay.
I do not know them, and I saw their pictures, and that was what stood out to me was they are extremely young, and I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, and I guess he is kind of like a child in the games, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Ocarina of Time, he's a kid.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Zelda fan, so I really don't know shit about this.
I love Zelda for Nintendo 64, and that was it. I never finished Majora's Mask. I had the time one with the wolf, and I didn't finish that. And then I got the one for Switch, and I maybe played 20 minutes of it. I just realized how big those games are, and as I got older, I've created less time to adapt to those expansive universes. So this might be an episode when we get Nate to review it, because he loves Zelda.
He
I don't
sure
understand
does.
how he wasn't a Link Mandalorian.
Oh, he was. I'm pretty
He
sure.
was a Green Ranger.
No. He was so day one on the Thursday, he was actually two Mandos. I think he started off as Link, and then at some point he changed and became Soldier Boy Mando. He has a lot of different Mandalorian armors now. because he can 3D print all of them. So he was.
I wore a cutoff shirt.
Yeah. I think you're definitely the most comfortable out of all of us. So.
Oh, I was so comfortable. I was wearing sweatpants and a cutoff shirt.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyway, that is news. There's probably more, but I'm not interested in talking about it because I'm really excited that we get to spoil the fuck out of Superman. What do you say, Peter? What do you do? What should we do?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hit it.
It disappeared. Look at this box.
Review.
All right, Peter, you said it in before reviews that, spoiler alert, we're probably going to spoil Superman, but I don't think we should just outright spoil it. I think we should let it be in the context of the way we want to talk about this. I have questions first on Superman over here. The marketing for it, I think, was done very well. However, the media behind it was saying that this movie was too woke and Superman was touching on political issues and blah, blah, blah. Did this movie provoke any wokeness or political agenda for you?
No.
Exactly.
No.
We're on the same page. Shut the fuck up, dude. This movie had no political agenda, and there was nothing woke about this movie. So anybody who's trying to push this, I'm going to say this first and foremost, you need to go watch the movie because the movie was literally none of that.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
You could look into things, obviously, but that was not like the point of the movie. Like my first takeaway with this movie is the fact that I felt like James Gunn nailed the essence of Superman. Like that was the first thing, because his heart, his soul, right? Like he is what is it, like the Blue Boy Scout, right? Or the Red, White, and Blue Boy Scout, or like
Big Blue.
He's a Boy Scout, and like he is the guy that like believes in hope, right? He wants to save everyone. He doesn't want to like kill anybody, and he believes there's like good in everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you got that. This is like such a far change from what Zack Snyder put on the big screen, man, is what you got with this Superman. And David, what's his name? Corn Sweat,
yeah.
Dude, I thought he just crushed it. Yeah. Especially as Superman.
Even better as Clark Kent.
He did do a good Clark Kent, but
You know what I noticed between his two personas? You know how they always say there's an actor who plays a Bruce Wayne and there's an actor that plays a Batman. And they have those two different roles. And actually, you know what I'm listening to? I'm listening to the psychology of Batman, and it's very interesting. But this is the very first time I've been able to literally see two different characters through the hypno glasses. I saw, and everybody's like, well, Superman's too small. I felt like that, but I felt like they made Clark Kent look big, large, and clumsy. Not just like Superman not wearing clothes. If you look at the scenes with him as Clark Kent, he looks bigger. He looks like a built guy. When he's wearing his Superman uniform, he doesn't look like this metahuman like Henry Cavill did. Henry Cavill looked like a big guy.
yeah.
You could tell this Superman. You're right. You nailed it right there. This is the very first Superman movie for me where they nailed that Superman exemplifies hope and heart and belief, and they show it throughout the movie. And then the best thing that they did towards the end of the movie is they fucking said it. They had Superman say it.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the parts where could you say woke, or was there like a political agenda, because it is about like Lex Luthor is calling him an alien. He's like, I'm not an alien, and he goes into this, speech about how he's human and how we're all human and we're all connected, and it was moving, man.
It's tied together, dude. This is we've had what, 3 different Superman movie reboots. This is the first time that they literally outline that here's your agenda. And even in the movie, it was muddy until it was outlined. And then Superman outlined, like, hey, my Earth parents taught me about humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always been the message behind Superman. And that's where Superman was built as a character. Like, from the creators of Superman was like, hey, he has hope for humanity. He may have these powers, but these are the things that he needs to deal with. But he is a symbol for hope. And dude, James Gunn fucking nailed every aspect of him as a character, because they didn't make him the one that saved everything. They actually made the people figure it out and save it. And that was the coolest moment, that coolest aha moment, that like the Daily Planet came through and were like, oh shit, this is how we stop it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't just downplay that. That was totally played. Jimmy Olsen had the contact number to Lex Luthor's Instagram chick, where she was inadvertently taking photos of Lex's plans during that.
Not inadvertently. They made it. They said that she was doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
like,
Lois Lane was doing. She was asking Superman the questions to think about how he was gonna represent people. And
all right, let's talk about that, because I was somewhat in the trailer, and I think this is a good example of just who Superman is. Like, right, he is, he yells this, right, like, I don't want to see anyone die, right? That's why, like, the whole big issue with this movie is that, and they don't even show this, like, this is just all subtext, like, before the movie even starts, which by the way, right there, I just loved how you're right smack in the middle of this thing. Like he says, like, oh man, like 3,000 years ago, metahumans started showing up. Okay, boom. You just set the stage that there's people with abilities, all right? Mm-hmm. Been around a long time, actually before Superman. And then they're like, what was it, like 30 years ago, Krypton exploded and they sent their only son to Earth, right? And then they just keep on going on. Like 3 years ago, Superman makes himself known, and then I think maybe they said like 3 months ago he started. No, that was maybe that. I don't know. 3 months he started a relationship with Lois Lane, and then like 3 minutes ago he just lost his first battle, and that's like, you see this in the trailer too. Is that that's the opening of the movie. He lands in Antarctica, and that's the beginning. Also, what a way to start!
What a way to start! And what I really appreciate about that was maybe the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie was everything in the trailer.
Yeah. Like, and I like that, because I thought, I was like, oh man, like, dude, when is this gonna happen? It is like ruining the movie, but no, like, this is the beginning of it. Like, I like that he did that, and there's so much stuff that we really did not see in this movie.
Brilliant marketing.
Yeah, it was in good trailers, right? You can tell, like, I think James Gunn had a hand in that. So love how they started off. You didn't have to see all these flashbacks and see all this stuff, and then they still incorporated more of, his past into this. But I would say in subtle ways, where it's not taken away from the main story, right? You're not doing flashbacks or anything. So Perfect. I love that aspect of it. Uh, and then you see this in the trailer, right? As well, is like he's all beat up, like, which is another thing that we don't really see that very often with Superman. You're like, wow, that's really kind of cool as well. And then they give him a healthy dose of the yellow sun, right? Bring him back. Again, we see all this in the trailer. What I love is that you didn't see this. It's right after that he gets up and he's like, golly, because he re-energized from the yellow sun. Like again, instantly right there, you're seeing his character, that how he's a Boy Scout. He doesn't curse. He doesn't curse once in this film. He's very positive. He's very upbeat, and then like the next thing that happens like right after that is that Crypto's around. He's destroying shit, and he says to the Crypto like, "What the hey?" Yeah. Again, he's not cursing. He can't even say hell. He's saying, "What the hey?" Like these things are. It's so ridiculous, but it stayed so true to his character and who he is.
He's an Eagle Scout, dude.
Exactly, dude. And that's like, I don't think anyone's done it as well and like been so campy. Like I think like Christopher Reeve's Superman, like he's kind of there, right? He kind of has that aspect, but I don't think to this level. I've never seen it to this level where he's just so happy. And I really like that. I really did. Like, dude, when you're done with this movie, you feel good.
You notice that you like that he's happy and he wants to save everybody. I like how this Superman expressed his frustrations, because he didn't go into anger. He actually was able to articulate and communicate his frustrations. In his interview with Lois Lane as Superman, he was frustrated and he was able to express that without raging. When they were in the apartment and they were talking with each other and he was frustrated and explaining it. And the Justice Gang was in the back fighting that giant like orb, and they were just getting their asses whooped, and you could just see like the times where they're getting their asses handed. That was a beautiful James Gunn scene. It was like, there's something big going on, but these two characters don't care. And she's like, shouldn't you help him? He goes, nah, I got it. That's fine. Even his frustrations with Crypto, a dog, and that built and explained the relationship with Crypto. And when that finally came to a head, he realized that Crypto was captured. He had to go save the dog. And he was like, the dog, he's a bad dog. He's this, but he wasn't like mad at him or like he showed his love and affection. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, he's just a dog. Like implying, like, he does not deserve any of this stuff, right? I need to go and save him, right? And that's the same thing with everyone else, right? Like, no one deserves the evils of the world, and he's there to try to prevent that from happening, right? Like everything.
That's funny you said it, and it's right. He's just a dog, but he took care of him like he was a dog. Can we talk about the scene where you find out Crypto's relationship?
Sure, if you want to get into a spoiler, I guess, at the end.
Well, we talked about it with a Supergirl movie poster, but Crypto is Supergirl's dog, and she comes in, and just for that scene where Superman's healing, and you realize why Crypto is not obedient, because he is Supergirl's dog, and then you start to learn the character of Supergirl, and he explains it, and that's why. Seen this movie poster and they're starting to promote it. I'm like, this Supergirl movie is going to be amazing.
Yeah, and I did not know how they're going to portray Supergirl, and I think this is fantastic because right now, all right, the slogan for Superman was "Look Up," and now the poster for Supergirl is
"Look Out."
What? Look out! Yeah. They crossed out the up, so. And that's what you got from the very end of this movie is that like what was the whole thing? This isn't much of a spoiler, right? It's the cameo, it's a silly cameo. is that she likes to go party off world with like red suns so that she can actually get drunk. And she gets back to Earth and she's still kind of drunk, and Crypto's just like beating the shit out of her. Like, not really beating the shit, but like, playing with her very aggressively. And he's like, oh, that's why he's the way he is and has no obedience at all. I mean, dude, talking about just Crypto, dude, like, I had no idea Crypto was going to be such a major aspect of this movie. Fun major aspect. Like,
dude, this
he
is the
does
best way
a lot.
Crypto has been portrayed. Even in the League of Super Pets, like, they made Crypto this badass regal dog. But, dude, the way James Gunn made Crypto in this movie, I love him. He reminds me of a giant churro with disobedience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love how they show how just strong he is. And he's just a dog. And they say it. He's just a dog. And this dog has Superman-like powers. But he still has a heart to save Superman. Even though, he kind of kicks his butt a little bit playfully. And then you feel for it because it's like, why did Lex Luthor take the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Lex Luthor was... Nicholas Hoult was one of the best Lex Luthors I've ever dealt with.
I agree. I've heard some podcasts and like people didn't like him, but I don't agree with him. I thought he did a fantastic job, and he was very. I got that he was really intelligent. I got that he was also like very
arrogant.
I want to say manic. Yeah.
He wasn't
but
manic,
also
though. Jesse Eisenberg's was a manic Lex Luthor. This one, he was very calm, cool, collected. He just was the polar opposite of Superman.
Not there at the end, though. No, there's a lot of parts where, like, I feel like he kind of would go off the rails a little bit, but not like in a bad way. Like he, I don't know.
He was a man who had
He expressed that he really has a dislike for Superman. And he explains that. And I love that aspect that, like, and again, maybe it's somewhat of a spoiler, but like his whole deal is that he is envious. And he does not deny it. And that's the part that was very unique, is that he's like, yeah, I am. And he just goes into the reasons why and like all this stuff, and like this is what drives him. And I don't think you've seen Lex Luthor like so vulnerable in a sense, like saying that he's so envious. Like Lex is always very calculated and everything, and that's why I say that's why I said manic. But I think you're right. I don't think that's the right term for it. But he was very like, dude, like anytime like he was like, his wit was outsmarting Superman, dude, he was getting off on it,
Yeah, there's a term for that, but it showed a battle of teams. It showed a battle of billionaires team that. Okay, this is a part I won't want to spoil, is what Lex's plan is and who certain people are, because I think those are very crucial to the DC universe and future Superman movies. I think we could talk about like the characters more than anything versus like what the kind of like the twist of the plot at the end is.
Which I'll be honest, I did not feel like it was a twist. Like, I knew what was going on before the movie even came out.
if you knew who Ultraman was, like, it's not a twist.
Yes, if you know the comics or even animated series, it's not, and that's why. And I thought maybe they would change it up, but anyway, we don't. I agree, and I don't think it's that big of a deal with the movie, and it's not really necessary to talk about. I just thought, like you said, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, I thought was fantastic. Loved everything about him. And Peter, he was fucking evil too.
Let me ask you this: do you remember when you and I were talking about James Gunn and our concern how he was going to handle this movie. Do you remember what that concern was?
I was concerned about too many people in this movie, and that because I didn't like the Suicide Squad.
I was concerned about how if he was going to be able to make a movie about one character, because all his other movies have been about team mashups.
Yeah.
He did the best of both worlds here. And let me explain this. With Clark Kent and them realizing he is Superman, he built a team through the Daily Planet. Then you started to see how these, like Jimmy Olsen can do things. Jimmy Olsen's a great side character. He gave a character with no personality a personality that is kind of like an ongoing joke in the comics. But then the Justice League. We didn't just get the
Justice Gang.
Exactly. How was DC going to introduce the Justice League? Through 3 random motherfuckers, and they don't even know what their team's name, so they call each other the Justice Gang. And it's not Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. It is Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion. Dude, perfect way to introduce the Green Lanterns, because Nathan Fillion was epic in this movie, and he showcased the Green Lantern's powers better than any other Green Lantern I've ever seen in film, comic, and animated history. Let me just say the scene where they're like going through and they're battling with Superman, and he's just throwing those Green Lantern middle fingers and just destroying everybody. Oh my gosh, dude, I was rolling at that one. And like his validation for people like, oh, what are you guys? Oh, we're the Justice Gang, you know, like, and he was getting off on that. And who's the other guy? It was Mr. Terrific. Was that his name?
Yeah, Mr. Terrific, and there's Hot Girl.
Hot Girl, I thought was just going to be a random something, but she had a little substance. Completed the gang, and Mr. Terrific was very well used. And he explained kind of the things that were going on, like with the... I like how they were just calling it Pocket Universe. You know, like how... and he knew like how to navigate through that in a certain way, and he was just already intelligent about it. And his character design was just cool. Guy Gardner looked cool. He looked dorky, but he looked cool. And Hawk Girl looked cool.
I just what I'll say about them is they grew on me.
Yeah. At first, they looked very out of place, right?
Yeah, I did not like really any of them. I mean, I liked from the trailers. I knew I was gonna like Nathan Fillion's take on Guy Gardner. Like, right, he was just funny. Everyone else you really didn't know, and I didn't know like how much they're gonna be involved with the movie, especially with Mr. Terrific. The first thing, like, again with Mr. Terrific, like he has like that weird T on his face, and at first I'm like, man, that is so weird. And then I got used to it. Again, you start accepting the world, right? Same thing with Guy Gardner. All of them really is like the Justice Gang. The more they're around and interacting, is like you get sucked into James Gunn's world of Superman, and it just works. So, it seems like you were on board with all of them right away. Like, it took me a little bit of the movie to be like, okay, like I like it. And the stupid haircut on Guy Gardner, dude, like they even call it out, and that was like I love that part. So like again, they're so self-aware of this stuff that it works so well. And then, again, that's all from James Gunn, man, and his writing. I think that's fantastic. So, Justice Gang was fantastic. It did not take away from the movie. It wasn't too much. Like you said, like he focused on Superman, and like he was able to accomplish like a solo film, which, you know, to be honest, like I think about it, like I don't know why we thought that was gonna be an issue. Like if you have never seen James Gunn's movie called Super with Rainn Wilson, that is maybe his first superhero movie that he did. where this guy just wants to be a superhero, has no superpowers, and I believe he might go up against Kevin Bacon, is awesome. If you have not seen this movie, Super, you need to watch Super. That is my recommendation.
Okay.
Anyways, also Elliot Page is in it before he was Elliot Page. Yeah, really good movie. And that's just a solo movie, basically, right? All about Rainn Wilson. Anyways, what's next? Like, dude, there's just so much good stuff, but
the nods to the DC universe. I'll say this: Marvel has always done a really good job of paying nods to the comic books, where it's made me, as a person who's read comics, like, I've always been a Marvel fan. I haven't necessarily been a DC fan. If I have been, I've been a Batman fan. So, like, anything I see DC, it's mostly Batman. I never followed Superman. I didn't care. I thought he was too powerful. But the little nods, like the advertisements in there, are very DC. The use of the street signs, like the little things that James Peacemaker on TV talking shit about Superman. The pocket universe, like showing the monkeys, the monkeys writing the reviews to the, saying the Man of Steel is better than Superman, stuff like that, like little.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess I don't know why you're calling it like the DC nods. I just feel like that's all James Gunn.
It is all James Gunn, and that's my point. Is like, for me, he's introducing me to a lot of things that I don't know because I don't follow DC, and he's always done very comic accurate stuff, and he was able to do it in a very stylized way. This movie was beautiful, dude. It had color, had vibrance. The last Superman was dark. It was dingy, and DC was following that trend of having these darker movies and this kind of film style, and broke that completely, and that's James Gunn. That's James Gunn. James Gunn is bright. Yeah.
Kind of. I don't like. I'm kind of curious about like when like Batman, like whenever they do Batman, like dude, like I think he's gonna go darker with it. I think this was very bright because of the fact that Superman's bright. Like that's how I took it. Like I took this as a very again, I left the movie feeling really hopeful. Like he crushed it, dude, with just the emotions of this film. And it's kind of funny though. One of the things I didn't quite like was the parents, even though I think he was really smart. You didn't like him either?
I didn't let you finish your statement. I agree with you. I didn't like them, but it was smart how he did it, because I think back of Man of Steel, and like you had Kevin Costner and Ashley Judd. And you're kind of like,
and that was,
his parents were perfect Kansas Midwestern family, like almost too perfect,
Yeah,
his
again, like
in this one.
Well, I was going back to the Zack Snyder thing. Is Zack Snyder was like trying to make him into like a fucking Batman, like, oh, you have to lose a parent, like that's your driving force, like, which again, James Gunn gets. That's not his driving force. His driving force is really that scene with his dad, and in him kind of teaching him stuff and explaining, this isn't everything. Like that was a very moving scene, and it really propelled the film forward in a way, and I almost feel like, again, like they're very Southern people, but my issues with that is like, Clark has no accent. Like if you came back home, start making him have a Southern accent a little bit. Like I do believe people can get out of their accents, but like, it comes back as soon as you go home. And I also just felt like I didn't quite feel the love between Clark and his parents as much as like obviously the parents love Clark until the very end, full circle with, that's like his driving force is his parents. But like I didn't get that when he showed up, with them in the middle of the film. But that's just a little, I think they could have done that a little bit better is my point. So still really good, still very moving. I almost just wish there was a little bit more with that. Anyways, is there anything you didn't like about this movie, Ryan?
I can't say no, honestly. No, I loved it. I'm
Okay.
sitting there like I didn't at first. I didn't like who the girl was on cast as Lois Lane, because I've always just pictured Lois Lane being this boring character, and she always has been in my mind. But James Gunn gave life to her.
She had stuff to do, like you said. You liked the aspect that the whole like Daily Planet kind of got involved, and I personally, I mean, I didn't mind it, but I also thought it was kind of weird. And it was also like there was a couple people from the Daily Planet that they were just almost there for comic relief, like they weren't necessary. Like, my other problem with this, and again, this is the whole time I was thinking is like, none of these people once asked, "Where's Clark?"
The weird thing is, I think they all kind of knew.
Yes, and I think you're kind of right. Because there's a part where, the chief, right, Perry White, I believe, Superman passes him, and as Superman, and he kind of just glances at him. But here's also why I feel like you're kind of wrong, is because he kind of like does this weird look at Superman, like he recognized him. But he doesn't say anything. But it made it seem like that was the first time he ever thought that to himself, that, is that Clark? Anyways, well, that was my one thing, is that no one ever really asked, where is Clark? They, not once that I can remember, were like, where did Clark go?
You're right. He actually didn't feel like an employee at the Daily Planet.
Exactly.
He kind of felt like a Peter Parker, like a freelancer who would just like pop up every once in a while and have the scoop on this superhero.
Yeah.
There is a scene there where he's like, "How long has this been going on for?" And Jimmy's like, "Oh, a couple months." He goes, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, with him and Lois.
Yeah.
So like people are aware of these things, and that's why I don't understand, is that like they're so observant on certain aspects, but like, dude, the guy was like missing for the whole time. Like, why wasn't he there? Like, what was he covering? Like, it's just, that aspect is like Lois was always in the Daily Planet, and Clark Kent was never in the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
I felt like maybe they could have done that a little bit better. My other, this is just nitpicking things, because I love this movie. Okay, I really enjoyed it. Was Superman dumb? Did he seem really kind of dumb?
I think he was dumbed down from his Midwestern parents. So if you think about it, like, he was here since a child. He only got a fraction of the message sent from his parents. He knew he had so much more, but I think his Midwestern parents kind of Americanized him, kind of just brought him back to humanity. And I think that's where he struggled with that dichotomy when he understood the rest of the message and how it was publicized, and he didn't know what to do. So he stuck with his original mindset given by his Earth parents, which I this is where I agree with you on what James Gunn did correctly with his parents, is they made him just kind of below average, low IQ, just farmers, like just farm life people. I mean, you saw it in the you saw it when he was laying in the bed with Crypto. like he was going back to recharge, to go back to his original roots and get away from everything so much. And his dad was like trying to give him just a simple, basic life lesson.
That's not what I was after. I didn't never thought that he was dumb like in that sense. I meant more like he's like doing these battles, and I understand like I think there's a certain aspect like James with maybe just thinking about Superman is like, all right, you're all powerful. You never really had to like, maybe think through these plans, right? He's just bronze, right? Almost.
Okay.
But so the first time he fights Ultraman, he's getting beat up. He just gets beat up. And there's all these things flying around Ultraman. And not once did he ever stop and kind of like, what are those things? Not until the end of the movie where he's like, oh, Lex Luthor's is watching me. Like that's the kind of dumb that I'm talking about. Like there's just certain aspects I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, is he just oblivious to certain things? Like, I understand there's a lot going on. And it's kind of the same thing, too, where... So we've seen this in the trailer, right? A kaiju shows up in Metropolis. They're all trying to fight it, and he's just kind of don't do that. It kind of goes into his character, but, like, he's not very assertive. He doesn't game plan very well. He's just kind of more like just reacting to everything. Like that's the kind of dumb that I'm talking about, is that, man, so many things just kind of like go over his head in a sense.
Okay. Yes, I agree with you, because if you think about it, that's how Lex thought he had the upper hand over Superman. This is one thing that in that conversation made me realize I don't like is Superman has a capability he has X-ray vision, he has heat vision, he has so many powers where he could have figured out who was in that suit, but he didn't.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Why did he never just like, hey, let me just X-ray through this the helmet?
He could have exposed Ultraman a long time ago and been like, well, what the shit? Like, okay, and you're right about the orbs. And I think with the kaiju, he was just more being careful because he understood it was just like a big dumb baby, kind of like a Toka and Razor kind of thing.
Yeah, but like, and again, he's like talking to the Justice Gang, and they kind of blow this off because they just want to kill the thing. But he's like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to get it out. I'm like, dude, you're fucking Superman. Like, he like stops a building from falling over, which don't even get me started on the physics of like, these buildings don't break when like he's just putting single force in a single area, right? It makes no sense. But anyways,
Batpod.
He can't just grab the creature and fly him out. Like, this is the part. So I'm like, dude, you are so powerful, and you show it time and time again, like throughout the movie. But then when it comes to like, this creature, he's just scratching his head, like, how do I go about this? Like, it's just, I think it's just more the writing that I'm like kind of a little bit frustrated. Like, it's still really fun and everything, but at the same time, like, dude, like that would have been the first thing, is like, let me just grab this creature and fly him out to somewhere different. And yet he never does that. And his whole stance is like, I'm trying to figure out what to do about this. Like, that was his thing. Like, it was just one of those points from like, man, like, you're making him really dumb. You're so dumb. Really kind, but really dumb. Anyways.
Fair enough.
I had some issues with that. Again, it's silly. Like, they're not big issues. And my last little gripe is that you have Mr. Terrific, and
who's intelligent? The third smartest man in the DC universe?
I guess. And I, at first, I wasn't totally on board with him, and then he grew on me, and I really started liking him. But all right, the whole end of this movie, Mr. Terrific is like, we need you, Superman. You need to get back over here. I need your help. And then Superman shows up, and then Mr. Terrific does nothing. He's nowhere to be found. And this guy's super smart, right? Why didn't he find Lex Luthor? Like, he knew what he needed to do, and yet he wasn't smart enough to even, like, hey, maybe I should go searching for this guy. Like, he easily could have taken down Lex Luthor. Like, it made absolutely no sense to me at all that this guy is... It seemed like he was just sitting off to the side, floating in his little chair, watching Superman get beat up and do his little thing, and he did nothing to help her at all. Like, it made no sense to me at all. And then you just get to the point where you see this in the trailer as well, where he's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, we got stuff to do. And like Superman, like what? I'm doing important stuff, you know? Like, again, it was just it was this, to me, it was just this writing where, like, no, it's all about Superman, and we just need to put Mr. Terrific off to the side, even though he did some really cool shit throughout the movie. They kind of forgot about him at the end there. And I was kind of like, this movie could have been over way sooner, and we didn't have to do all this bullshit if Mr. Terrific just found Lex Luthor, which I really think he could have, because he's really smart.
That's true.
So, it's my last thing about it.
It's funny that you found a way to complain about it. And you know what? While we're doing this, Peter, I'm going to take your recommendation. I'm downloading Philo so I can watch Super with Rainn Wilson.
Dude,
because I've never seen it.
Dude, it's so good. So good. So, I know.
And it has Lloyd Kaufman in it. And Nathan Fillion.
Yep, dude, all these people that James Gunn loves to work with, they're his friends.
How come Rainn Wilson's not in this, in Superman? How come he's not
good
Superman?
Question. I don't know. Don't know on that one.
Closing thoughts
but anyways,
on Superman? Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I really did. And even though I am kind of talking shit about aspects, it was just those things. I'm just like, man, that is like maybe one more pass on that script, right? Like, that's it. That's all that I'm saying. But regardless, though, it doesn't matter, because James Gunn nailed the characters, like all the characters, and I think he gave us a Superman that we can stand behind, right? Dude, when you think about Superman, like across the world, right? He stands for hope, and that is what I got at the end of this movie. I felt happy. I felt good, and especially the very, very end. I felt hopeful. It was kind of interesting. I felt hopeful for Superman, for the DCU, everyone in that cast, and I cannot wait for what's to come. So, I think he did it. So, that's my final thoughts. You don't need to watch the post scenes. They're kind of pointless, but also just stay true to who Superman is. So,
very true. And at least for me, I fell in love with a fictional dog who is a real dog, but James Gunn has done it again in my mind, he's an animal rights activist, and he puts out a good message with these super powerful beings. He's done it in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's done it multiple times. He did it with Cosmo. He brought some heartache, some feel good with Rocket's story. I mean, mostly heartache. He's been able to do it with Crypto. I like that he made Crypto a main character in this movie, and I like that he didn't make Superman just the main character. He brought this. He started bringing the DC universe out right away.
he did it it was focused around Superman, but he was able to bring in other characters in a good way that wasn't overbearing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, he just crushed it. I don't know what else to say. Like, again, this is like such a solid outing and so refreshing to see from. Again, a lot of people like the Snyderverse, but I wasn't a big fan of it, and this is very refreshing to see. So,
I'm getting tired. Let's get some recommendations. Let's knock this out.
let's do it.
All right.
Yes! Yes! Oh! 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 Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
I already said it. I'm doing Super. Go watch
I'm gonna-
Super, and you're doing it.
I'm gonna watch Super, and what else we got? Even though we got a big ass marketing thing going on, I'm excited for Fantastic Four, and I'm excited. I hope it does well because I don't want the MCU to start going downhill like Star Wars. But I am excited about DC starting off well. I'm not
Dude.
gonna say it's better already. It's starting off well. I hope Fantastic Four can bring back what we love about comics, and Marvel's doing it. They're bringing color. They're making them look comic accurate and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I hope it doesn't suck. I've seen these trailers and I'm not excited for it. Dude, what would Marvel do, man, if Fantastic Four just flops? Dude, they're already filming Doomsday and all that. Like, I don't know how they're going to pivot if that movie sucks, if Fantastic Four sucks. So, I don't know. But to be honest, like, I really don't think they've made like a terrible movie. I'll put this. Out of these three movies, let's say Fantastic Four, Superman, and Jurassic World Rebirth, what one do you think is going to make the most money this year?
I think it's going to be Fantastic Four.
You think so? Mine's on Superman.
Actually, the first movie to make $1 billion this year was Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, they're not included. I'm talking about the July movies.
It's going to be
giant...
Fantastic Four. People go
You
see
think
Marvel
so?
movies, dude.
All right,
That's why they get so much scrutiny now, because more opinions come out about it. We're able to talk about Superman in a good way because not a lot of people are tied to a universe right now, and that's amazing because there's a universe brewing, but this movie right now is the beginning. We didn't allude to anything else. Like, literally, if this movie flopped and the DC was gone, like, this would have been a standalone movie. We would have been fine. We don't have to see. It didn't allude to a Wonder Woman. It didn't allude to a Aquaman. It didn't. But I do. Here's my recommendation: Peacemaker. Peacemaker shows the events after Superman, which I think is a good way to tie in your TV series. So,
Yeah. That's going to be... I can't wait for that second season of Peacemaker, because that's going to be more the legit James Gunn DC universe. So, yeah. But, well, I'm tired too, Ryan.
let's go to
Let's
bed
wrap this up.
separately.
Okay. I drive over there now.
Well, Peter, it's been good catching up. I'm glad we were able to have a great Fan Expo next year, since it's not on 4th of July. We will have more of an opportunity. Less opportunity to build our costumes unless we start planning now.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we got to figure that shit out. And then I'll let you know the next time I'm going to go to the movie by myself.
Okay, perfect. And like, if you just want to go, you just hit me up. I got Alamo tickets. Like, you know,
right.
your Wednesdays, you got to be at a certain spot at a certain time. So if you could plan out like X amount of hours, you can catch a movie in between that.
You know what sucks now is Ellie's coming with me, so it really hinders the things I can do. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right.
So, all right, buddy. Until next time.
Hey, guys.
Yep.
Oh, big gulps, huh?
That's
All
right. Get some big gulps.
Well, see you later.
What else do we say?
It's been real fun. It's been
real.
fun. It's been real
It's been fun.
Fun.
But
Oh.
it hasn't been real fun. Or it has been real fun.
Pew pew out.
My dog's not mad at me. He was. Not no more.
Be sure to visit bmoviesbeyond.com.
Do it, motherfuckers.